Let's go! Who am I? Poor belt Trey. And you know this, man. How y'all doing out there? I want to welcome you back and welcome some of y'all for the first time to the TWP, the Tremaine Perry podcast. I am your host. Some folks call me Trey, other folks call me Tremaine. Don't matter what you call me, as long as you call me. Here on the podcast for another Q&A episode. Before I continue, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, YouTube library, 800 videos somewhere out there. Like them, comment on them, share them with your friends, and follow me on your social media accounts. Hope everybody's having a blessed Sunday, going into Monday. Now let's begin. Yeet. I'm only going to be up here for an hour. I'm setting an alarm right now. Y'all got some questions, I got some answers. What up, Cole Slayer? Yeet, my brother. Yeet back to you too. Tina, my sister from another mister. My brother from another mother, Khaled. Welcome in, guys. Sorry to delay the question and answer episode. I was not expecting to watch that, but I'm glad I did, even in spite of the main event. Jay Hall, what it do? How are you, my brother? Welcome in. Question and answer episode. Ask me some questions, guys. That's the reason for me being on this channel, on this live right now. Your suit is looking fire. Thank you, Khaled. I appreciate that, bro. Not sure why I can't comment on my short videos. Would you know why? I don't think. How do you? I think you have to leave a message on them. People be. Oh, let me see. I feel like I don't know if you can leave a message on a short, or if it's just lives. Yeah, it has the option to comment on them. Are you trying to do it on a phone or on a laptop, Cold Slayer? How? What device are you using to try to comment on them? Aaron Tigger, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy Sunday. I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. Man, I hope you continue to do your thing. Thank you for that, Aaron Teagle. I appreciate that. You Tina says she wants to fight the mailman in the chat tonight. Tina want all that smoke. Oh God. On a phone. That's probably why. Well, I'm able to do it on the phone. I don't know why. I wish I knew what to tell you, Cold Slayer. Anybody can help Cold Slayer figure out how to make a comment on a short on his phone? Hey Max, I appreciate the 100. Thank you so much. Oh Alex, I mean Alex. My contacts are dried up. Can't see for nothing. Appreciate the lucky clover as well, Alex. Thank you so much for that. Now ask me some questions, guys. And I might answer them as long as they're not ridiculous or redundant. Like, do you know who Rhea Ripley is? As long as it's not nothing like that, I'll answer it. As long as it's not a question like, have you ever ate eggs and weenies before? I'll answer it. Hit the comment button. I mean that's what I did on my iPad just now. On the right side of the screen, it's a little dialogue bubble. I hit that, and that gives me the option to leave a comment on the short. That I just finished saying I'm not answering no dumb question. I'm gonna say it. I almost said it earlier on the other chat. I'm gonna say it on this chat right here though. Tina clocked them for me. And I'm still gonna say what I want to say. There are no such thing as dumb questions, just the idiot that asks them. And that was the definition of it right there. Are those Macho Man glasses? No, they look like Macho Man glasses, but they're just some I think they're designed for tennis players or race car drivers or baseball players. I forget what specific sport these are for, but they look a lot like the Jey Usos. That's why I got them. Appreciate you complimenting the fit. Thank you so much. That's why I'm still wearing it 14 hours later. I took it off just to take a nap, then I threw it back on to get on the camera for AEW. Is this a troll or what? Yep. Trolling bastard. Go and get. Nobody got time for you or your nonsense. Now, questions, guys, please. That's the whole reason for me being on this camera is to answer questions y'all may have. I took too long, and April Denise is probably asleep because she didn't feel good. No, don't apologize, Tina. You have no reason to apologize. You are absolutely good in my book. I saw Edge, Christian are back. Yeah, but I prefer to talk about something other than wrestling, in spite of me wearing the belt over my shoulder. I just finished watching wrestling for the past 4.5 hours. I'd rather talk about something else now. And give the people who don't like wrestling content to watch on my channel. Like, what kind of questions can you ask? Anything that's not inappropriate, or I prefer it not to be wrestling related. Ask me how long have I lived in North Carolina? I don't know. Ask me, I don't know. What's it like to be a YouTuber? I don't know. But ask me questions. What I do for my birthday? Should I answer my own questions? Is that the way this is gonna go down tonight? I ask my own questions, answer them all myself. So that first question, how long have I lived in North Carolina? My whole life. What's the second question I just asked myself? What I do for my birthday? I went to Cheesecake Factory. Got my free cheesecake slice. The rest of the week off, I spent here at home relaxing, playing WWE 2K26. What's it like being a YouTuber? It's kind of fun. It's challenging. It's a learning process, but I enjoy it. I met a lot of cool people up here. There, I answered my own questions. Now, can I answer some of y'all's? Not a question, but a statement. John Cena is mid to low tier wrestler. Randy is a billion times better. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. How you doing? Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you, Tina, for handling my light work. Do I wear contacts? Do I need glasses without them? See, a valid question from Cole Slayer. Everybody learned from that example that he just set out. Yes, I wear contacts. I've been having to wear glasses since I might have been in middle school when I first started having to wear glasses. And my vision has just progressively got worse over the years because I watch a lot of TV, looking at a lot of monitors. So yeah, I got contacts in now. If I don't have them, I can't see very well. I'm nearsighted, and I got astigmatism in my right eye. Good question, Cole Slayer. What kind of YouTube channel am I? Wrestling, but I also do some cooking on it, and I also do question and answer episodes like this. And sometimes I'll be at the park playing Pokemon, so it's a little bit of everything for everybody. I'm trying to tailor to people whether they like wrestling or not. Good question, Redline Raider. My favorite what? What's my favorite color? If you're asking what my favorite color is, I want to say green because that's the color of money. How's it like being a wrestler? I wouldn't know because I'm not one. How you doing? Heck yo. Favorite color? I just answered that. Did you do WWE? Nope. Are you related? Are you trolling or what? No, I'm not related to that person. Threat. Treat. Was stationed in North Carolina and Hungry Howie's was fire. Man, I ain't had Hungry Howie's in years, bro. That does sound good though. I used to love going there. But there, I gotta drive a good ways to get to Hungry Howie's. That's like a 15-minute drive at least, probably even 20 minutes because of the stupid traffic. A. Have you recently tried Yu-Gi-Oh? Nope, I sure have not. No, I did not wrestle in WWE. If I had a dollar for every time somebody asked me if I'm a wrestler, if I wrestled in WWE, I recognize your face from old WWEs back in the day. They may seem to fight the. So he's a troll, right? Say trolls' names and then delete. Thorpe is a cowardly reject. Thorpe is a cowardly reject. Thank you, Cold Slayer. Red Light Raider, what are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? Now ask me some more questions, or do I have to ask myself the questions again? Tick tock, tick tock. I know I'm not carrying cross, but tick tock, tick tock. I'm only up here for an hour. Have you ever been through Virginia? Yes. Before the lottery came to North Carolina, I used to go there to play the lottery, buy scratch off tickets and stuff like that. I've never been for like a WWE show or nothing like that. Most of the time, I'm passing through Virginia to go to Philadelphia, where my mom's side of the family lives, and that again is only a handful of times in my life. Good question, Natasha. What do you mean, panda? I hate when people come in the chat saying that instead of saying hello, how are you, what's going on, how's your day. What in the heck? Like, for one, you know what? I'm not going to touch that. What did you rate the MJF Page match? Oh, TJ Hicks. Uh, even though it was gory, brutal, and gruesome, I guess I gotta give it a 10, 9.5, since they used the fluorescent light bulbs. Overall, the AW Revolution show it as a whole, I probably gotta give it a solid 10, man. That was pretty good. I think April did crash out. She wasn't feeling good and she was tired. What are my favorite sneakers in high school? I'm not gonna lie. Here's another fun fact about me I never disclosed on camera before. My mom dressed me for most of my early childhood and early adult life. She would get stuff that she thought would look good on me, and I would just wear it because I didn't have money of my own, and she would buy my clothes. I used to always like a good pair of Nikes. I didn't get Jordans though. I wasn't that big of a Jordan fan like that. I mostly did like the Air Maxes and stuff like that. Nice. I used to live in Chesapeake, Virginia. It's like 30 minutes from Virginia Beach. Okay, I know that area. I mean, I'm familiar with it. It smells like. I mean, I'm. I've heard of that area. I've never been there, but I've heard of it. What else? What up, Hector Gaming? How you doing? This is a question and answer episode. I'm answering people's questions that they might want to ask me. Slim Max, it attracted you to my channel, didn't it? Mission accomplished. Now hit the like and the subscribe button, dummy. Hector Gaming, I can't complain. All is as good as it gets. Hope all is well with you. No letters, no words, just clock and T. April Denise in the house. How you doing? Sorry it took me so long to do this question and answer episode, but we're here on it now. If you could choose any WWF shirt from the 90s or 2000s that doesn't exist anymore, too hard to find, which shirt would you bring back? That Diamond Dallas Page shirt, the one that's got this on it with the blue hands. That shirt. It's got his face in the middle of the hands. I used to have that, and they don't sell it no more. That's the one I'd bring back. What year did I wrestle? I never. The year never. There she is. Bro, stop. Stop what, Ryan? You stop. I ain't do nothing wrong but sit here and be me and vibe. Sorry I can't fall asleep, but I'm about to try again and I'm not begging beans like I'm actually sick. And I'm sorry you're sick and I hope you feel better soon, April Denise. April, how you feeling right now? Yeah. Fire choice. I forgot that one. I used to have that one and he autographed it for me. I hate I lost it. Cool story, Jonathan Stonks. Why are you sharing that with the world like that? Clock his T2 while you're at it, April. Since you're up and can't sleep. Why y'all want to come in here being disrespectful, saying, why do they do that? Can y'all explain that to me? Why? Let me ask y'all a question. Since nobody's asking me questions, let me ask y'all a question. Why do trolls come into the live chat and say those things like that? Like, what the heck? Or who are you? Or like that one guy just now who said, boy, what the heck did I just walk into? Like, why not a hello? Why not a greeting? Why not a casual say something that's not out of pocket? Why do they do that? Can y'all explain that? What was one moment in WWE WWF history that shook you to the core, happy or sad, because they're stupid? Thank you, April Denise, for answering my question. A moment in WWE history that made me happy or sad. I don't know if it made me happy or sad or not, but the moment that sticks out to me the most is when D-Generation X went to Nitro that day. I keep saying that over and over again because that moment lives rent free in my head when they went over there to the Norfolk Scope Arena and it was going back and forth all night long. They showed clips of them messing with WCW across the street from where they were at. That and when Vince McMahon got in the limo and shut the door and it because DX got him, those two moments. You try to give me your phone number 2 times in a row. I'm not falling for that. I don't know you, and I'm not about to call that number. April Denise, you picked a good night to come in here and clock tea. It's more trolls being mean than people asking me questions like I'm wanting. Then you have a question, April Denise? Ask me that question you had burning so I can go ahead and answer it. What question did you have for me? Again, I'm sorry it took me so long to start this live. What was my favorite cartoons growing up? Top five. Good question, J Hall. Looney Tunes, classic. I love Looney Tunes. Popeye the Sailor Man, of course. Scooby Doo, of course. That's probably the number one out of all of them. Growing up, I've named three. I need two more. I'm thinking Saturday morning, what I was watching after wrestling. Oh man, that's a tough one. I know it's not a cartoon, but bear with me. Hear me out. Fraggle Rock. And again, I know this one's gonna be weird too, but hear me out. Reading Rainbow. I'm showing my age by saying those last two. I'm really, I'm really predating myself by saying that Fraggle Rock and that Reading Rainbow one, but it's true. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was after my youth. Courage the Cowardly Dog was after my childhood. I like Courage. Don't get me wrong. That dude's hilarious. Like Tiny Toon Adventures was kind of the end of my childhood. Tiny Toon Adventures, Animaniacs, Rugrats, those are some more of my favorite cartoons. But again, that was when I was starting to become an early teen. Courage the Cowardly Dog was my time. Okay, Sick Room. Thank you for the compliment. The troll need to leave the chat and stop being disrespectful and Trey. Tina, you say troll like it's just one of them. There's like dozens of them coming in here at this point. What up, Jacob? How you doing? Do I remember Street Sharks? No, I don't remember that. That was probably after my childhood. Did I watch MTV during high school? I sure did. And that was when MTV was really music television. Back when they had music videos on and not reality TV shows. That's when I was watching a lot of Beavis and Butthead too. If it wasn't uh, MTV Hits or something like that on, it was Beavis and Butthead. I used to love that version of MTV. Daria. Didn't Daria come on MTV? And Doug? No, I'm thinking about somebody else. No, Daria did because wasn't she the spinoff of Beavis and Butthead? Diarrhea, cha cha cha, diarrhea. Yeah. So yeah, I watched Daria, Beavis and Butthead, and then all the music videos back then. Thank you, Woo Owawa, Wowowa, however you say your name. I appreciate the kind words. What's my favorite superstar? It's in the actually I don't have the frequently asked question portion in the video description, so I'll just say it like I always do. My favorite wrestler, my favorite superstar. Is that what you're saying? My favorite wrestling superstar is my wife, Blake Monroe. How you doing? Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, everybody. Couldn't ever be as cool as you. What's my favorite sport? I used to play basketball a lot, intramural when I was in middle school. Mom will never let me play football because she was afraid I was gonna get hurt. Another reason why I won't be a wrestler because I don't like pain or injuries or having to get surgeries. Do I know Stray Kids? Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. That's not my cup of tea. I tried to listen to their music. I can't do it. The original Scooby Doo was ahead of its time, ahead of my time, but it would air where I live. I always liked the original theme song. Yeah, Scooby Doo. Grew up to that. Beavis and Butthead go to LOL. I'm Cornholio. Yeah, man, I used to love that. They had some new episodes still, like last year. They've been coming out with new episodes. Happy early birthday. I was saying it as a joke because you tell by your background. Yeah, and people joke like that all the time, and it gets kind of old. Said hi and thank you. Delete the trolls. Say trolls' names and then delete. Charles was a cowardly reject. But yeah, I used to love cartoons. I still watch cartoons to this day. That's why I have Boomerang on my Spectrum plan, so I could watch those vintage ones like Top Cat or Johnny Bravo. Not Johnny Bravo. I'm gonna ask you also. You ever seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force or C Lab 2021? Love those shows. Oh, it's okay. It just happens every day. Every day somebody come in being funny saying, "Do you watch wrestling? Do you know who Rhea Ripley is?" Aqua Teen Hunger Force is another fire one. Yeah, I agree. South Park, especially back during the Attitude Era of wrestling when it was Road Dogg and Billy Gunn wrestling every week with the tag team belts. They would come out wearing a South Park T-shirt. Loved South Park back then, even though it was edgy and kind of controversial. I still enjoyed that cartoon, still to this day sometimes. But sometimes it go cross that line too much. But all in all, I like South Park too. So how long have I liked wrestling? For the past 42 years of my life. I've been watching it since I was 2. You do the math on how old I am. Next question. Don't know who this guy is, but I respect his dominant posture. Thank you, Gringo. Appreciate that. No DX pictures? Nope, because I never met DX. The oddities of WWF had a South Park doll. I remember that, Cold Slayer. That's a real WWE fan right there. Let's go. Thank you, Elijah. Don't forget, everybody, hit the like and the subscribe buttons. Bro, I still watch South Park. LOL. Low key, the show is based on American psychosis. Another one of my all-time favorite cartoons, The Simpsons. I grew up watching that too. It's funny how they can foreshadow what happens in real life like that. I don't see how they're able to do that. Dang, so you know a lot about it. A lot about what? Wrestling? Yeah, to say the least. See, somebody literally just asked me that question and I get asked it again. I know they just joined the channel and are trying to. I've been watching wrestling since I was 2 years old, Elijah. Favorite soda? I prefer Coca Cola over Pepsi. Y'all ever heard of Cheerwine? I like Cheerwine too. Favorite dessert? Carrot cake. Also like tiramisu. I'm just asking questions for y'all since you're all quiet. Trey need a shirt that says "Since I was 2." You might be on to something, bro. If I do start having my own merchandise, have a shirt that says that. I like that. That's a fire shirt I did. That's what I was saying, J Hall. Since I was 2, I came out the womb with 4 belts. 4 giant belts. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Favorite music? I like alternative and rock and roll. I listen to rap sometimes to get in touch with my roots, but all in all, I prefer the guitar and the drums and stuff. Do what? What is your dream in life? Kind of, what is my dream in life? I'm trying to understand that question. In life. To really be married to Blake Monroe? That's what I wish my dream in life would be. Hope I answered that question. Who am I? 4 belt Trey straight out the womb. J Hall. No, that was Cold Slayer that said that. I'm shooken. That's like something J Hall. Y'all been hanging out or something. J Hall, you and Cold Slayer must be hanging out or something. Cause I could have sworn that was J Hall saying that comment about 4 belt. Who am I? 4 belt Trey out the womb. And you know this, man. Hey yo, that was funny when Mask Man said he was born with the mask on his head. Yeah, that popped me too. Adriana, hey and good night back to you. The main things that I'm into is anime, not the freak anime horror, but super. Hey, while we're on the subject of anime, I like Space Dandy and Cowboy Bebop. You ever heard of them two anime shows? I also like. Wait for it. What was the name of that one I used to like all the time? Oh, Full Metal Alchemist. Oh gosh, I love Full Metal. Since we're talking about anime, those are my favorite anime shows ever. What up, Kitty Club? How you doing? What up, D? How you doing? If y'all are trolls, don't stay around. You're not welcome here. Were you ever into Lord of the Rings? Not really. I mean, I watched them just to say I've seen them, but I never really got into them like that. Just like I never got into Stranger Things. I don't see what all the hype's about. I'm probably gonna catch heat for that, just like I'm gonna catch heat for saying I don't like Rick and Morty. That's the stupidest show ever created. Watch, a bunch of people are gonna come in here in the chat and just troll me now because I said that. They did it last time for voicing my opinion and my likes and my dislikes. Were you an athlete in my younger days? Yeah, like I said, I used to play intramural basketball, play a little bit of baseball. Not nothing serious, just hanging out with friends or doing it for high school. Nothing major. I don't hate Rick and Morty. I just don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. I can't get into it. Not a fan of the Rick and Morty. This every time. I can't even read these comments because half the time I start reading them, I see it's a troll. Okay, it's not one. Every time that I tell someone I like anime, I pray that they don't think that I have a million body pillows of anime girls. No, I know you don't. No, I don't like any variation of anything on that show. Your name is Troll. Tell me you're a troll without telling me you're a troll. That's the epitome of tell me you're a troll without telling me you're a troll. Your name. Anywho. Never said I was an Intercontinental Champion and I don't have an Intercontinental belt. So what are you talking about? Hey, hit the like and the subscribe button while you're sitting there saying this out of the pocket stuff. Make yourself useful. Hit the like and subscribe button from Maggie, whatever your name is. Okay, cool story, bro. Did you hit the like and the subscribe button? Knocking trolls out. No biscuit, no sides, just swinging on these trolls all night long. And I appreciate you, Miles, for having my back, helping me do it. Wait, say it again. What's the good anime to watch? Because I'm always off. I'm always interested in a good show. Oh, was he trolling? Is that why you hit him? I thought he was being legit. I was actually gonna add it to the list of shows to watch. I always found rivalry between Family Guy and South Park was hilarious when they sent shots to each other in their episodes. I thought the same thing about American Dad and Family Guy. Or was it The Simpsons and Family Guy? They did a spinoff. They did like, you know what I'm saying, a thing where they had each member on the show. Homer was on Family Guy with his shenanigans. Yeah, cause Stewie was up there with what am I thinking about American Dad? I get American Dad and Family Guy mixed up when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, it was Stewie and Bart. So yeah, it was a Family Guy Simpsons kind of hybrid cartoon. Cause Stewie was all smitten over Bart and upset that he wasn't gonna see him no more. I remember that. For the umpteenth millionth time, no, I'm not D'Lo Brown. I've had a dollar for every time I was told that. Yeah, all the other show writers hate Family Guy. I bet they do. What was the first ever belt I had in my collection? Is that what you're trying to ask? If so, it's the big W belt behind me. I think Family Guy and American Dad has the same writers. I think you're right. Also, like Impractical Jokers. Those guys be having me in tears laughing, man. Those guys are funny. I couldn't be friends with them in real life. You ain't gonna prank me like that. You ain't gonna make me get a permanent tattoo like that. My Hero Academia. I've watched a couple episodes of that. Okay. I was wondering which one you were gonna recommend. Yeah, I've seen a few episodes of that. Just like I've seen One Punch Man. I've watched a few episodes of what's the other one I enjoyed? Blue Exorcist. I mean, I'll watch them, but it's just hard to stay up that late when I have to get up early on Sunday morning. Futurama. Oh, I love Futurama. Yeah, I used to love Futurama too. Elijah, I'm pretty sure I answered that for you earlier tonight on this very same stream. Or do you just like to hear me say it that way? Like Khaled likes to hear me say it like that. Well, he just got clocked by by Tina. Tina knows. Tina knows. Tina know when they're trolling. Tina knows when they troll. How many more minutes we got on this thing? Because I'm logging out after an hour, I promise you. Have you watched One Piece? I couldn't get into it. Just like I can't get into Naruto or Bleach. I've tried. I can't. Or Dragon Ball Z. Surprisingly enough, I can't get into that. And trust me, I have tried numerous times because my buddy used to be into it and he'd watch it all the time. And I'd be sitting there just as lost, not knowing what's going on. Dang, I didn't do my Duolingo or my Headspace. Messing around with this AEW, bro. Let me do my Headspace so the streak don't end. At least that one. I have a streak freeze on Duolingo, so I ain't worried about that. But my Headspace, that streak cannot end. Give me a minute, literally. Sit here and count my breaths. During this moment of mindfulness, y'all can be coming up with some more questions to ask me. All right, Headspace streak is intact. That's more important to Duolingo, to be honest, because that's 1,657 days on my Headspace streak. You see that? How many days have I been on Headspace nonstop? 1,657. I know that's flipped backwards. That's why I'm telling you what it says. That says 1,657 days in my run streak on Headspace. 35,526 minutes meditated. And then the fun mindfulness moment quote, it says, if we learn to let thoughts come and go, the mind will come to a natural place of rest. Done and done. Now, any questions? What about Baku or Baki? I don't know nothing about it. Am I meeting Mont Dog at the arena? Yes, Cold Slayer. We're gonna be bet flexing on all them O's. I said O's. Me and Mont Dog gonna be belt flexing on all of them. We gonna go live. I don't know if we go live together, but we live at the same time. I think we should go live together for real that day, 2 or 3 times. Did you have the N64 when it first came out? Yes, I sure did, J Hall. I was the type to get them consoles the day they came out. I'm a spoiled only child, and my mom loved me with all her heart. So anything like that that I wanted, as long as I was getting good grades, staying out of trouble, I would get without hesitation. I remember back when they had the X Band. It was a thing that you hooked to your Super Nintendo. You could play people online. Before it was online gaming, that was the way you played online. I remember having that. I remember having a Game Boy. I remember having a Virtual Boy. I remember having an Atari. I remember having a Sega Saturn. All that stuff. No, you're not, dude. You're fine, Jacob. I actually like it. I can nerd out like that all day long. I've been called a nerd my whole life for liking wrestling. No, Austin, I don't. I still got my PSP. I got a mod chip that holds 30 games, so I don't have to keep the small disc. And while we're on the subject of games now, I'm gonna tell you some of my all-time favorite video games ever, other than WWE 2K26 and any other WWE 2K game, because those are just fire, best ever made. That goes without saying. But coming up before that era, like back when I was watching Beavis and Butthead and Looney Tunes and Rugrats, Final Fantasy VII always stays in my head. Final Fantasy VII, I love Breath of Fire. I love Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire was fire. River City Ransom. What y'all know about River City Ransom? I bet y'all don't know nothing about that. That game was dope. Or Chrono Trigger. That was another good one. Earthbound. What you know about Earthbound? That game was fire. With Ness and he had the yo-yo and the baseball bat. That was my guy. What y'all know about those games I just threw out there? Nothing. I bet y'all don't know nothing. Yeet back to you, home. Those are my upbringings. Those are the games I was playing coming. Or Perfect Dark, GoldenEye. Y'all might be familiar with those. Those might ring a bell. I used to love Perfect Dark and GoldenEye. 19, well, 18 more minutes left on this stream, and I'm out of here, baby. I started at N64 and PS2. Yes, you don't know nothing about the Super Nintendo or regular Nintendo. You don't know nothing about having to blow your cartridges to make them play, and then having to just barely put it in the console and push it a certain way for it to operate. Perfect Dark was the beast. Yeah, it was the best. 007 GoldenEye, yes. The Temple Complex, bro. That's like I was saying earlier when I was watching that AEW show. That dude's mouth looked like Jaws from freaking GoldenEye. His mouth really looked like that too. I'm not exaggerating. Bro, I had to blow the cartridge on N64. Yeah, they don't know nothing about that now. It's digital downloads and CDs. I had WWF Warzone Attitude. They suck so much. So I guess I listened to the themes. LOL. I played the first Nintendo on a TV with no color. Yeah, same. Back in my day, you had them bunny ears where you had to have a piece of aluminum foil on top of it to get the channels to come through clear. And we had pagers. And if you had a cell phone, that summer gun was this big and it came with a shoulder strap for the battery. That's my upbringing. That's how I come up. Bro, Slayer, no, those were bad games. Do I know Weird Al? Yeah, I like his music. He's Weird Al is kind of the inspiration behind my song parodies. I always say I'm the Weird Al version of my wrestling song parodies. That's my way of being like him. WWF No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000 were good games on 64. Yep. Back in my day, if you had to use the bathroom, you had to go outside to a closet looking thing that was really a hole in the ground that you. Anyway, let me stop. J Hall also had No Mercy. Diggity Dog. You don't know something funny? I was listening to that earlier. It's funny y'all say that. I got it freaking in my history on YouTube. I was listening to that same song earlier because y'all had it stuck in my head. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not even beginning to play. Just to prove I'm 100.
Dig, diggity, diggity dog. Dig, diggity, diggity dog.
Just to prove I was not exaggerating. It's in my history because I was listening to it earlier on my car stereo system after church. I'm not playing. The old days was fun. I wouldn't go as far as I'm saying it was fun. It's what made me the man I am today, and I'm grateful for it. But I don't know about being fun. Cold Slayer, that song will forever be in my head. I love doing that laugh. Trying to think of some more fun facts or questions I can ask myself. Have I met any celebrities other than wrestlers? I met Coolio. This was back when Gangsta's Paradise just came out. He was in a he was doing a concert in Raleigh and he was staying at the Round Holiday Inn. I don't know if it's still, I think it's still there in Raleigh. But I can't even tell you what floor I was on. I went in there, I got to meet him and everything else. He was mad cool. That's pretty much the only non wrestling celebrity I've met. Do you know Weird Al's Tacky? No, I don't know that one. Any more questions, guys? I wish April Denise had asked hers, but she's tapped out. I think she is not feeling good and exhausted. So maybe next time she can. Hopefully, she wrote it down so she can ask me next time. What time am I cooking? 5 p.m. Eastern. So roughly 13 and a half hours from now. And I'm nervous AF about it because I've never cooked deviled eggs in my life. I haven't even, and y'all know when I go live on these cooking episodes, I don't practice at first. It's not like I'm baking it once before that day so I can know what to do. I'm doing it for the first time ever every time. Y'all know that, right? That's why that banana nut bread tasted like flour that week, but still more edible than Josh and Mama. Who's seen them? I'd be like, "What are you doing, Mama?" Mama kind of cute, by the way. Till I said that, even though I see that ring on her finger. Wait, this finger. even though I see that ring on her finger. Because I got to look out for that kind of thing. I've had an eye for if it's worth my time or not to talk to somebody. I got to look at that hand to see if they got something on that finger. And if they do, I'm like, pass. Mad TV. I used to love Mad TV growing up since I'm quoting Tank. Mad TV in living color. Showtime at the Apollo. I used to watch all that stuff. I still watch Saturday Night Live. Weekend Update, my favorite segment. Watch too much TV sometimes. I feel like I'm actually gonna start reading more often. I already read my Bible twice a day, and it's the only. It's not enough. It's only like a scripture or two. On the morning time, I do my devotional where I try to read like a whole 4 or 5 different chapters. But nighttime is just one quick scripture. But I'm gonna try to. I just ordered a book since we're on the topic of books now. My coworker at the daytime job, she's always reading a book. She'll come in there with a book that is this thick. She'll come in there with a book that looks like a Bible, bro. It's like 400 pages long. I feel like with the smallest font, and she'll be like, "Okay, I read that in a week." I'm like, "How did you read that in a week?" So she's kind of inspired me to start reading myself. And one of my all-time favorite books that I remember I had to do a book report on it when I was in what middle school or whatever. Swiss Family Robinson. That and Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Two favorite books I ever read, and I'm gonna buy them and reread them again. Start me a little library. Start me a little collection. Chappelle's Show is awesome. I love Chappelle's Show. You know who the 5 hottest rappers are? Dylan, 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 and Dylan. Because I spit hot fire. I'm lagging. I can tell I'm lagging a little bit. Hey, let me restart it real quick so I can fix this lag. Hold on. Bear with me. I also like that one where he had the dinosaur egg. MTV Cribs. He's like, y'all want to eat some dinosaur, man? He had like 2 big dinosaur eggs in his refrigerator. He's got a new stand up that just came out this year. I saw it on Netflix. I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and Cat Williams are my 3 favorite comedians. By far. Those guys make me crack up. I also like Jim Gaffigan. That dude funny too. Bernie Mac was a goat too. Kings of Comedy. I watched that special too. Yeah, Bernie Mac's a goat too. Or Cedric the Entertainer. I almost said Cedric Alexander. Cedric the Entertainer. I like him too. Oh, Aries Spears. That's another one. Tommy Davidson. That's another one. Don't come in here trolling because you'll get timed out in this channel as well, Pibble. Hey, Pibble. Hit the like and the subscribe button while you're here. Make yourself useful. And ask me a question that's relevant while you're at it. Never mind. Tina Tina be savage with it, yo. Tina slay. Tina be slaying them trolls. Tina, do you have any questions for me? I know you're an OG viewer. You've been with me since day one. Anything you've been wondering about me? Want to know more about? All time favorite movies? Friday, any Friday movie, like Friday, Friday after next, next Friday, first Sunday, Barbershop, How High, Half Baked, all the movies. I don't know what to say. Just you hanging out is good enough. I know if something was burning within, you wanted to know. Hey, Cooking at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Tina. I'm cooking them deviled eggs. How I feel about John Cena's retirement. The ending could have been better. He didn't have to give up to Gunther because tapping out is the equivalent of giving up. He could have passed out. He could have got pinned. Anything could have happened. That could have been a. I would have loved for that to have been a different outcome. Other than that, happy retirement, John Cena. I don't like him no more. I used to listen to his music a lot. Not now. And I'm not him if that's what you're implying. I'm not him either. Sing. And on top of that, Cena smiling while he tapping out. I know, right, Cole Slayer? And he planned it. He could have done anything he wanted. He had full reign, all creative control to handle his retirement. And that's how he chose to do it. Unbelievable. I'm still shocked at that. Hitting these trolls with the 1D again. They won't ever learn, bro. Why they stubborn for? They need to go somewhere. Every one of them run their mouth gonna get banned. I like just hanging out with y'all in the chat. I like hanging out with you too, Tina. Crazy by him to why not to Randy. Make that make sense. Crazy by him to why not to Randy. What are you trying to say? Anyway, growing up, I used to want to be a DJ as a career before I started working a real job, but that was my dream job because my dad was a DJ. Notice this is probably like the first times I've ever spoke about him on the camera. While we're on the subject of him, I'll have y'all know that man has yet to wish me a happy birthday this year. No gift, no happy birthday, no how you doing. Sorry though. Sorry though. Everything happens for a reason. God got me. Don't need nobody else. I'm sure gonna eat some ice cream. Tina, you got me wanting ice cream. As soon as I end this live, I don't care if it is 2 in the morning. I'm gonna eat me a bowl of ice cream. Give me a couple scoops. And I'm gonna play some 2K26. So be on the lookout for another live notification. Everybody, that's who. Pettysburg address. Now hit the like and the subscribe buttons. Why is his last match was the Gunther instead of Randy or somebody? I know. I'm asking the same thing. Instead of challenging me for a belt, you should be asking me questions. Shake my head, man. I'm adopted. I hear from my biological mother all the time, but I don't ever hear from my biological father. Nothing from him, from my children. I understand that feeling. Glad I'm not alone, Cold Slayer. That's why we get along just fine. I'm not even gonna argue with you trolls. Pettysburg address. And this is coming from somebody who's known for being petty. Pettysburg address. You ain't gonna do nothing except for get blocked like that. All right, this is like the final minute, so I might as well say my goodbyes now. To my 1,200 plus subscribers, even the cup of haters, even them cup of haters, even them boatload of haters who be all in the live chat being weird, I appreciate y'all too. Because at the end of the day, when the smoke settles and the dust clears, trolls help me achieve my goals. But those of you who show up, show out, and respect me in the channel, and I got nothing but love for you, and I can't thank you enough. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, go through my YouTube library, like those videos, comment on them, share them with your friends, and don't forget to follow me on your social media accounts. I'm gonna go find me something to eat real quick, and I'm gonna play some 2K26. Might not be but one match, but I'm gonna play something. Until then, God bless you all. Be good and be good at it. Peace.